The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the September 15th. Fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And, of course, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we get to go check out the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, and more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. Now is not too soon, 877-927-6648. If you can't give me a call, you can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject line, just put radio show question. Of course, inside the Tiger's Den. Well, any ping will do, Vasily. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Fantastic Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, the Dow trade up 45 points at 22,249. S&P up 2497 is its print. NASDAQ 100 up 20 points. Russell up 3 points. Semis up 18. That's 1 6/10 to the upside. New York Stock Exchange unchanged. NASDAQ Composite up 18. Gold's back $3.60. Silver's up 7 pennies. Light sweet crude up 19 cents. It's Bitcoin leading the charge here dollar-wise. The upside up $109. That's 21%. Nvidia up nearly 6% or $10. Intercept Pharmaceuticals up $6.50. You've got AutoZone up about 6. Acuity Brands is the leader dollar-wise, the downside, $9.81 off 5.5%. ANSYS down 5% or $7. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals off $6.60. Google's off $4.45. So we've got things to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. Well, actually, Rose had sent in a request. Let's go take a look at those requests. 2 individual stocks. And the question is, looking at these for bounce plays, what would be a good level? Now, Rose is a bottom picker. Yeah, clearly from all of the, and that's fine. Let's go see if we can pick a bottom with Rose out here. And we'll take a look at Newell Brands, by the way, is NWL. Yeah, I got that correct out here. This is our daily, our weekly, and our monthly time frame. So with regard to what pops out at me when I take a look at this chart, really a couple different things. Number one, on the daily chart here, you've got a swing point low that was formed on September 11th, 7.3 million shares. You're testing that level. By the way, that's 42.88. You're at 43.20. You're doing with lighter volume today. You're about 3.5 million shares. Now, I don't know if this is going to finish at about 7 million shares or 6 million shares. You're testing it with light volume. But is that going to be enough? From a weekly perspective, the weekly swing point rose at its testing. High volume weekly swing point low, February 6, 2017, 41 million shares. You're only at 26 as we speak right now. As long as it's closed about 43.43, you could have a test and rejection. You're not there right now because you're trading at 43.21. Right? It's got to close above 43.43. Then you have a test and rejection of a weekly swing point with volume. If you close below that, well, then that spells double trouble. And that kind of double trouble in the case of Newell Brands, Rose says maybe you want to take a look at him. It gets down to the February 8th, 2016 swing point. That's in the price area out here of about 33.26 versus the 43.20 that is trading in right now. So you close below 43.43. I'll just stick with don't touch it. is what the weekly chart says. You also wanted to go ahead and take a look at, what's this other one? Oh, shoot. Let me get that phone code unlocked there. You got ABAX. So let's go take a look at ABAX out here. That is Abaxis Inc. Now, again, here, looking at the daily chart, I don't see any test-based swing point out here. The weekly basis, I do. Let's go ahead and populate this screen just a bit more. So this is testing Rhodes the week that began May 1st, 2017. That had a volume of 715,000. You're moving into it already with 667. On a daily basis, this thing probably does, what, 100,000 shares or so? You've done 92 today. So it could do another 50, 60, 70,000. So let's see, your May 1st was 715. Yeah, so this is coming into that swing point with more volume. So this would suggest to me, wait till it gets down towards the bottom of the what looks like a consolidation-oriented level in the, let's get this, I can't really read through all that number stuff out there. Razzmatazz, around the 3770 level. So Rose, strike two as I take a look at these charts as we speak right now. I hope that assists you with that bounce type trade that is out there. A question that comes in, Steve, near-term top in the XLE, abandoned baby. Does it retest the 62s? Well, I don't know the answer to that, but let's go take a look at the XLE. That is for Dano in the den. Did this gap down today? Did this gap down? Well, not so. You do have a so there's a couple of patterns out here, Dano, when we take a look at it. Yesterday's candle being a little shooting star. So you had a gap to the upside the prior day. And so we do have the island-ish reversal out here. And as we take a look at it, and that's up at resistance, but you also had the shooting star, and you had a TD, time to mark 9 count out here. Now, here's what's really going on inside of the energy sector, the XLE, and this is what you want to take a look at it. And your question, does it retest 62? I don't know the answer to that question. What I do know the answer to, though, is it's going to test Stevie's red line. And, Daniel, that price level right now is 64.68. And what you should see occur over the next coming days, I wrote about this in the newsletter yesterday morning, I think it was, or I think it was yesterday morning. That was the first time I was able to get back online. And I talked about the XLE and talked about how what we should see in the ensuing days is we should see price and Stevie's red line connect to each other, merge with each other. You see the price oscillator on the bottom portion of our screen here, Dano, back above zero. So we still have a rising price oscillator above zero. I realize what the candlestick signals tell us, but they were telling us a couple of days ago to anticipate that we're going to see Stevie's red line, that oscillator and change level, and price meet up with each other. Now, when that occurs, should that occur, it looks to me like it will occur. So when that occurs out here, if you see a test and rejection, meaning price test that level and it bounces off it like a trampoline, that's going to set up your larger A to B equals C to E to the upside inside of the energy sector, the XLE. If you see price close below Stevie's red line and that price oscillator happens at that stage to be at zero or very close to zero and move down below it, then that says, yes, you are absolutely right, a retest of the 62s. Right now, if you're short, I would stay there, and I would watch Stevie's red line like an eagle, not a hawk. You want to watch it like an eagle. Have an eagle eye. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Dow's up 44, S&P's up 2. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 45. S&P is up 2. Most of you know that I'm a recovering hurricane addict these days. I kid you not about this. So I am going up to a wedding in Nantucket next week on be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. A big wedding, if you will. And I just saw the current track of Hurricane Jose. And wouldn't you know it, next Wednesday, it's supposed to be up in that area. I need some rest and recuperation from hurricanes. In any event out here, let's take a look at the general market, try to figure out, hey, Steve-O, what are the markets doing out here? And so I'll take a look at these 4 time frame charts out here. Actually, these are the weekly charts, by the way. These are the weekly charts here for equity futures contract. I know. Holy moly, is not kidding, Michael. These are the weekly charts here for the ES Mini. That's the left. You got the NASDAQ in the just to the right of that. You've got the Dow is chart panel number 3. And then on the very right-hand side is the Russell 2000. Now, if we take a look at the S&P 500, the ES Mini, what we can see here is we have a total breakout. We have a breakout above what was a bearish structured weekly profile. We know that because the cyan color closer to the top of the box. So the ES Mini is giving us a signal you are in full breakout mode, regalia, if you will. If we take a look at the NQ, that's the one that's next to it. The NQ here, it's just up against resistance. It's been struggling to get over that resistance line. That resistance line now 6,004. We're trading at 59.94. Now, the mere fact that we've tested and rejected, does that mean it's going lower? The answer is no. I feel more comfortable with that conclusion if it had a bearish structured box like the ES Mini. It doesn't. It has a bullish structured box. We take a look at the Dow to the right-hand side of that, and guess what? That is in full-out breakout party mode out here. There is no other call. It has broken above resistance. We're at all-time highs. From a weekly perspective, we're closing the week. Oh, what a week it has been out here. And if we take a look at the Russell 2000, brand new profile that formed last week. We talked about it. It's a bearish structured profile, meaning the center of the box closer to the top. But nonetheless, this tells us that price wants to go tag 1440. That's another 13 points to the upside. Look, I can't guarantee anything, but good chances if the Russell 2000 is going to be another 13 points to the upside. So too would be, Mike sounds like I'm eating it. Man, I'm not eating that mic. I heard a problem in Basil's show, too. Hey, Steve-O, if you're listening in the den, maybe after we go to this break here in 5 minutes, you need to reboot and I need to reboot or something like that, because I don't eat mics for lunch or dinner or anything out there. Sorry about that. Sounds fine there. Oh, maybe it's a polar bear problem. That could be it. In any event, I can tell you, though, Steve-O, I heard the same thing that Dave was hearing when I just caught the very end of Basil's show. So how about anybody else inside the den? Maybe you can raise your hand if you're hearing a munching sound, which is not me, inside of the mics out here. But let's just get back to the show here. This says a breakout in the ES Mini, breakout in the Dow. Just slightly up at resistance out here. And the Russell 2000 wants to go to 1440, at least 1440, another 13 points higher. If we go take a look at the daily charts out here, see, I kind of change this up from our normal view out here so we can take a look, just one screen, take a look at weeklies, get a feel for where we're at. Here's the daily charts here for the ES. Same thing, ES, NQ, the Dow, and the Russell. Now, you're up against above resistance in the you've got resistance 6,012 inside the NQ. That's it. The Russell's up above resistance. That's encouraging for the Russell headed up to the higher level we looked at on the weekly basis. ES Mini, there's no resistance anywhere near where it's trading right now. Brand new profile formed here today inside of the NQ, that 6,012 level. So should it close above 6,012, it'd be above a brand new daily. And this box here, it's kind of 50-50, slight edge to the bears out there. But what this really says is on a pullback, they're support at 59.32 out here inside of the NQ. So in essence, that's what the markets are doing. The markets are in absolute breakout territory. Now, we've seen the NQ pull back a little bit here after a nice little flush to the upside. And if we take a look at what's going on inside the NQ, big, huge, wide-ranging bar. You know, what newsletter subscribers and I looked at this morning was we looked at this pattern because we love this pattern. We love when price moves lower or higher, in this case here lower with less relative energy. We love when the cavalry shows up. Cavalry, in this case here, being bullish reversal signals. We saw all those. And then we had so we knew that there was some type of Gartley pattern. It looked like a Gartley pattern. There is no more Gartley buy or sell pattern that's out here because you made it all the way back up to the highs out here. And you did it with this wide-ranging bar. Now, as this wide-ranging bar was unfolding at 11 o'clock, the price oscillator, bottom portion of our screen, just like Dan and I looked at inside the XLE, was at the zero line. What did that say? That said to us, we should anticipate that price and Stevie's red line will catch up to each other. That's all that's been occurring since 11 o'clock. We're at 1:30. We're close. It's no cigar just yet. 59.86 is the red line. 59.93 is where we're trading. So those two gals are going to go ahead and catch up, kiss and tell, perhaps, if we see a bounce off that line. The price is going to head back to those highs and probably even beyond that. Whereas if price gets below Stevie's red line, well, then you're going to move back into maybe 59. Well, if you get below 59.82, 59.66 is the call as of 124. But that's only because we're looking at 30-minute profiles, and those could change over time. So you've got to be able to utilize all of the tools of this system out here. But that's all that's really been going on. That's the intraday signals out here. But otherwise, it's just simply bullish across the board. We have a question here. If we could go take a look at from Danny in Atlanta. Danny would like to take a look at silver. Hi-ho silver out here. Danny, are you long? You're short? You're neutral? Tell us where you're at and what you're looking for when it comes to Silverado out here. If we take a look at silver, right now we're going to see it's trading. Is it trading at 1770? Got that Etch-a-Stitch contract out there. 1762, actually. Well, let me just, as opposed to use my synthetic contract, flat and looking for a bottom. All right, so we're flat and looking for a bottom, and we got to change the contract out here. That's the problem. That's a problem. So give me a second to do that. There we go. I think you just got to keep looking. So 1770, yeah, that's where we're trading right now. So if we take a look at, thank you. If we take a look at, interesting, give me a second here. Well, give me a second. There we go. Now I can come back to these profiles. There we go. So we're good. We're good. Here's what I see as the biggest problem, Danny. The biggest problem is in the daily and the weekly TAS market profile. So we had a TAS daily profile that formed this week. And see here, we have the nice little stair-stepping market profiles that we had, with the exception of 2 days out here, that being August 4th and August 7th. Prices traded above the bottom of those boxes. Right now, we're trading below the bottom of the daily box. 1772 is the number. I believe, Danny, and we'll continue to look at silver, that silver is topped right now. Gold has topped. They're going to head lower. And if you're looking for a bottom, it's going to come from much lower prices. See Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's nadex.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we were taking a look at silver before we went to that breakout here. We'll go ahead and pull up one of Stevie's other charts out here. And we're going to see as What occurred earlier today was important, earlier this morning, or late last night, I should say, with regard to the way that silver and gold, for that matter, but the way that silver here reacted to North Korea's second attack on my uni, on my sea urchin. That Kim Jong Un, he's going to get a piece of my, you know, I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, hey, if you're going to send off some missiles and you're going to splash them down in the water, leave Hokkaido alone. Leave it alone. Hey, folks, if you've never had Hokkaido uni, you haven't lived out there. And, of course, you got a lot of other great fish from the Hokkaido area, let alone, you know, a good sake or two out there. So he's pissing me off, you know, by doing that stuff. Well, in the case of silver here, to get back to the silver trade, we saw that what occurred was silver bounced up and tested Stevie's red line out here. I mean, like right to the T, and then backed up and started moving lower. Right now, it's trading underneath a little daily profile. I think we talked about that. So now you've got two strikes against you with regard to silver to suggest that it is headed lower. Now, how much lower? I think the 1680 level is the place, Danny, that I would be looking for. I think you said you were looking for a bottom. That becomes a target area. We also know that silver went ahead and made one of those TD sequential counts, and it did that on the trading session of right here. That is September 8th. I think that was probably the last day that I was, no, that wasn't with you that day. That was last Friday. So it makes a TD sequential count. We now have a close, and it's confirmed. So for those of you that are Tom DeMark followers out here, you have a confirmed TD sequential in silver, which says that is a top, and it says it's a top of significance out here. But we'll just take this one step at a time. Can those patterns fail? Can his pattern fail? Yes. Can my pattern fail? Yes. But what's the signal right now? This is just like reading a story, a bedtime story, but no, nonetheless, it's just reading a story. So this has acted, Danny, as if it's going to head lower. So watch the 1680 area. That's what this daily chart here signals to me, and I hope that helps you with that trade out there. We've got a request that asked me, what do I think about the VIX index, UVXY? So I don't know. Let's go take a look at the charts out here. With regard to the VIX index, where do we think that is headed to? So let's put this chart up on the screen. And not seeing any type of bearish reversal signal, at least as of 1:33 in the afternoon. The way that I would read the volatility, the spot volatility index, because this is now trading below its 50-day exponential moving average. That's priced at 1127. That price is headed down towards this lower Bollinger Band out here. Now, that's not your normal settings inside the Bollinger Band. It happens to be Stevie's settings inside the Bollinger Band. They work really well. So this suggests to us that the spot volatility index ought to get down to 958. 958, then the market could find some type of short-term top. That's be the place where you'd want to go take a look at perhaps that UVXY or any of those vehicles out there. So as we speak right now, that's what I am seeing inside of the spot volatility index. I don't see anything abnormal, unusual with regard to the forward futures contracts and the current spot. So, you know, that's really what it looks like. And that's coming from that message of the daily, of the weekly, ES mini charts out there that we took a look at. Yeah, pretty much everything. So I hope that helps you out as well. Just check here, see if there's any other requests that came in on the request line out here. What do we got here? Yeah, Marie has a question. Thanks, Marie. Let's go see. Hi, Steve. Hi, Marie. I'm looking for a stop in Illumina, ILMN. I'm debating taking profits versus holding on for the long haul, months or longer. Thanks for your assistance. So, Marie, let's go take a look at Illumina. And, of course, we're going to start off by taking a look at our 3 time frame charts out here just to see what the market profile information provides to us. So, daily, weekly, and monthly. And I see some A to B equals CD patterns out here on the weekly. First, with regard to taking profits, you have a brand new profile, Marie, that formed today. So that's great news. in that if you're really thinking about taking profits, then at least let support of a current daily profile that just formed today fail to act as support. And that number is 208.34. So your first question was you're looking for a stop in ILMN. Put the stop somewhere below 208.34. 208.34. Not at 208.33 or something along those lines, but somewhere below 208.34 out there. You might even make it a mental stop because it sounds like you're in this. Have some stop well below that. And if it closes below 208.34, then you'd have evidence to say, okay, maybe this is going to pull back further. Now, pull back further to where is the question? And is it even going to? And with regard to risk reward, there was a B point out here. That was the week of May Day, May 1st, 2017. The volume out there was 4.3 million shares, and it was crossed a few weeks ago with 4.3 million shares. So you know what? You kind of have one of those confirmed A to B equals CD patterns. Weekly chart says to me, Marie, that where Illumina wants to head to is at least to this key reversal bearish engulfing candle from July 20th. Now you are trading inside of that session. Now that's 15 million shares. We're nowhere near that volume. But as long as this doesn't close below 207.02, so that could be another number to consider because that's below the 208 number that I gave you. More likely than not, this wants to complete this pattern. So you're looking at price likely head to the 242, 238.09 is the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. So it does look to me like you still have more legs in this trade. Now, granted, you're into a resistance area. No doubt about it because you had this little downdraft. Wasn't so little with regard to price. That was September 21st, 2015. I don't know what happened during that time period. I don't know if it was geopolitical or what it was, but certainly there is resistance at the prior session. The prior session high being 213.27. But those would be what that's the advice is at a minimum, let price close below a daily profile low. Then you could go ahead and consider it. Well, first of all, there's never anything wrong with taking profits. Okay, the day that there's something that I ever say to you that there's something wrong with taking profits, take the bullet out and just shove it, in my ear, and then I'll get the message. Don't actually pull the trigger there. I'll kind of get the So always, and you know better than I do, there's nothing ever wrong with taking a profit. Then you take a profit, that's better than a paper profit. But if you're asking my opinion as to where Illumina is headed to, I think it wants to go complete that A to B equals CD pattern on the weekly time frame chart. So nice trade there. Thanks so much for calling, and best of luck with that. So I think we've gotten to all of the questions. No, I take that back. Gator has sent in a request. Was there a TD count in gold? Well, we got that question as well. Well, let's look. That came in first. Let's go take a look at the December contract here for gold. And there is no Tom DeMark count, so to speak, inside of gold. But what there was in gold was there was a nice little butterfly, flap those wings, sell pattern. Confirmed. Gold wants lower price too. How much lower? Looking at that 1280 level as the next place for gold to possibly find support. It doesn't have my support right now. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profile So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien has just announced that he'll be coming to Boston September 30th for a free workshop, The Art of Timing the Trade. Join Tom O'Brien Saturday morning, September 30th at the Boston Marriott in Burlington, Massachusetts, as he breaks down his trading methodology and provides you with the tools to become a more successful and profitable trader. Everyone that attends in person will receive a free signed copy of Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. Daryl Martin from Apex Investing Institute will also be presenting for 90 minutes at this free event.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. Join me in Boston on September 30th as I return to my hometown for a workshop about the art of timing the trade. I look forward to seeing all the Tigers and Tigresses for this special free event.
All action starts early at 7:30 a.m. with a continental breakfast and wraps up at about 1 p.m. Topics that Tom will be covering during his presentation include quality volume, cause and effect, ABC structures, swing points, and much, much more. For all the information on this free Boston event taking place Saturday, September 30th, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So Gator wanted to know about going short the GDX, or what the GDX looks like as a short. So let's take a look at the GDX. We mentioned this yesterday, Gator, and that is on a weekly basis. You have a little consolidation that is going on in between the bottom and the top of the TAS market profile. So we can see that last week was a test of both a swing point, which, by the way, had 320 million shares. That was a week from February 6th, and last week was 240, right? So you had Tom's classic test and rejection. The rejection actually coming this week, if you will. It's another test of it. And volume here, 240 million versus 320. So you have the absolute, if you're just going to take a look at the GDX, an absolute test and rejection of the sector for the mining equities that say, okay, you couldn't bust them up. Now what are you going to do? Going to go bust them down. Now, the structure of this weekly profile is bearish. Again, bearish because the center of the box is closer to the top of the box. Now, that center of the box, which is 2361, that is the level at which both buyers and sellers are comfortable here. So you have to anticipate and expect that, you know, there's going to be some agitation there. 2361, you're 2418. And I know that you're in the dust trade out there, so just kind of watch the two side by side. If you see it close below 2361, then odds favor you're going to go down and explore the bottom of the box or somewhere close to it. And the reason why I say somewhere close to it, which is 2071, by the way, is because we haven't really touched that level of 2071 while price has been inside this little range out here, this little sideways range. So just watch as price is coming into the July 10th swing point. More than 217 million shares, well, then it's game on potentially to the downside. Less than 217 million shares, we're just simply got this little sideways action that is going on. That's what I see inside the GDX. That's what I think is the best chart for you to look at. The daily chart has a set of profiles at 2353. So 2353 is another area. That's close enough to your 2361 to know that you'll be looking for, you know, maybe some kind of support there. So a nice trade to you. Watch to see what happens. The other level inside the GDX that, you know, well, inside the dust here that you'd be watching for is 2060 should be your support level. That happens to be Stevie's red line, the oscillator unchanged line, 2060. This suggests that the dust trade, if the TAS profiles are correct, you'd see this get up into the $25 area. But really, I've learned that it is best to take a look at, as opposed to these triples out here, I think the dust is a triple, is it not? To pay more attention to the actual GDX out there. Hey, this is the time at 1:45 in the afternoon when we play that game show. Hey, Steve-O, how's NVIDIA doing out here? Hey, talk about busting out to the upside out here. NVIDIA, oh my goodness, out here. If we take a look at it, big volume, busting out above previous highs. You know, you've got wide price spread. This is the daily chart. You have accelerated volume. By accelerated volume, we're talking about the trading session of August the 8th out there. That's a good luck number, August 8th, for someone. And 18.8 million shares. You're already at 25 million shares today. I don't care how you slice it. There's always two sides to a piece of bread out here. And if we take a look at it, this piece of bread says you're going to make more bread. This says NVIDIA likely headed to, in just the ABC talk, headed to 188.89. Hey, there's some more eights there. Is it going to stop there? I don't think so. How about the 198.68? Hey, more eights inside of that picture. Maybe. Could even be 211.13, even a better luck number out here. Now, that's just simply the daily chart for NVIDIA. What's it doing on a weekly basis? Because I don't know. But you and I are going to go find out. Is this taking out a weekly swing point, this little bearish engulfing? You know, there's your support. Now, old resistance is the new support. I'll get it out of my mouth, 174.56. Now, here on a weekly basis, it is lighter volume. It's 120 million shares, and right now you're at 77. I don't care. NVIDIA is heading higher. It's headed to the moon. It's not even close to the moon as we speak right now. Now, I don't know if that's the case or not, but we're going to go take a look at our lunar landing module here, and that's see if price is moving higher, doing less relative energy. And the answer is no, it's not. So you've got a nice little breakout going on inside of NVIDIA. So how is it? How do the semiconductors look? Because that's an excellent question. And it just depends upon what time frame you want to take a look at. But speaking of A to B equals CD patterns out here, the old lightning bolt, take a look at the weekly chart. No, I take that back. Take a look at the monthly time frame chart for not NVIDIA, but the semiconductor index. Take a look at this beautiful thing. Now, the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD, this is coming off of the lows in 2009. That would have given you a price projection of 1126.69. But take a look at this move off of what I think is a key area. Really, the key low out here was probably the week of February 2016. That's not where February 2016. But the real low, the low for the swing point of the A to B equals CD is August in 2015 out here. And take a look at how prices just simply catapulted off of that low. Our friend, yours and mine, Mr. Z inside the Tiger's Den, John, and I posed this question and I had to run out. I didn't see if maybe he got to it. And if you did, I apologize. I'll go back and take a look. But I'll do that later so I don't get totally lost out here. He did answer. He said two targets, 155, 161, 173. And my question was, I think maybe you were looking at the SMHs out here. But here is what SOXX, that's what you're looking at. Okay. Here, just take a look at the semiconductor index. This is what I see. If there's a phase transition going on, Johnny, I think it is. I think it's right here. I think it is truly right here because, and what this says to me, folks, first of all, if we just look for bearish, signs of where sellers were, they were here the week of that began of the month. I apologize, the month. Keep thinking I'm on a weekly chart. I'm not on a weekly chart. I'm on a monthly chart, and it was the month of June 2017. So any move or close above 1149.86 or at 1145.73, you are above where those sellers were. Now, there's sellers at these green horizontal lines across my screen out here. Those are other monthly bearish reversal candles, bearish engulfing candles for the most part. So those are at the I guess I don't have prices up there. They're right around 1177, right around 1270, right around 1360 out here. This thing is headed back to its highs. Don't short this indice. Don't short it. Don't be looking for tops out here inside this. This thing is explosive to the upside, not explosive to the downside. If you're fortunate to get a move to the downside in the semiconductor index, then back up the truck. Look for a good bottom there. Look for a bottoming pattern. This thing is headed higher. This is going to head back to its highs. I'm referring to the highs back in 1999, 2000, March of 2000 out here, that high being 1362.10. Probably going to go ahead and even blow through that. As if I were teaching about A to B equals CDs, first thing we look at is what's the retracement? Less than a 0.382. It's headed higher. How's that move along the C to D leg? Look how far to the left that is. The semiconductor index, that says NVIDIA and many, many others are just going to continue moving higher. That is a beautiful thing. And then, of course, you've got the NDX 100. That's got a mind of its own. It's got its set sight that's sailing for the 8,500, 8,800 out there. It's a beautiful thing. Ain't no bear markets. Not for some time to come. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
If you're looking to open your portfolio to a world of opportunity, consider the new market-safe emerging currency CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 5 equally weighted currencies from Brazil, China, India, Indonesia, and Turkey at a time when experts see great potential for global growth. Even better, it features a 7.0 leverage factor, which means you could earn a potential market upside payment of 7 times the CD's performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. The September 28th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA, FSB, member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back. Dow's up 45. S&P is flat. NDX up 13 points. Tim writes in, says, Steve, pleased to see you back. Pleased to be back. Do you see good entry price for IGV? So let's go take a look at the IGV. That is the tech software ETF out here. iShares North American Tech Software. I don't know what the components are that are inside there. We've only got 2 minutes, so you'd want to take a look at that. But and I don't know your time frame here, but if you want to take a stab at it, now's the time. Right now, as we speak, or it could have been maybe a few moments ago. The reason why I say that out here is that prices have come right back to support or potential support, and that is the bottom of this TAS profile. Tim, that number is 146.27. That's a level you prefer not to see price close below. Now, the move lower here today so far, 83,000 shares. So it's not exactly the most liquid of ETFs out here, 66,000 shares yesterday. But if we take a look at it, it's going into a session that had 233,000 shares. So if it's going to find support, it's right here. It's right now. If it closes below that, then we have to take a look at some other levels out here. So that's what, the IGV, Tim. Maybe you've studied this for a while. Maybe you want to take a look at the components inside there. Take a look at some of those individual stocks or something and maybe make your own little, your own little basket. Your own version of an ETF out here. But daily profile says now is the time. If I take a look at the weekly chart out here, slight caution signal out here in that we do have price going higher, doing less relative energy. You do, at this moment, have a bearish engulfing candle right at Stevie's weekly red line. If it closes below the level that I gave you on the daily, you would anticipate that price would pull back to 141 to 136. We don't have that message here just yet, so I don't know what kind of trader you are. But right now is the time to take that trade, and if you get it closed below that daily level 146.27, you take a small loss or some kind of loss and wait for that next bottoming signal. Folks, stay tuned. It has been great to be back with you. Stay tuned for our favorite polar bear, David White. Then you got Tom O'Brien from 3 to 5. I'm going to go check on Hurricane Jose and shake my head at it and say, you can't do that to me. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Magnificent Magical Monday. Take care.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Tom O'Brien has